Hello, and welcome to the Voices of Bellevue School District podcast, where we amplify the voices of students, staff, and families, sharing their unique lived experiences to strengthen our Bellevue community. In each episode, we'll explore We Belong, significant cultural traditions, customs, and lived experiences of our beloved Bellevue community. We learn academic programs and innovative initiatives, along with the staff and students behind them. We lead discussions with leaders in our community on topics that drive innovation in education. Hello, I'm Janine Thorne, Chief of Communications, and I'm joined by Dr. Kelly Aramaki, our superintendent, and also Abe Luna, who is an educator at Highland Middle School. And today we'll be talking about mariachi music. So Dr. Aramaki, tell me a little bit about why you think talking about mariachi music is important.
Yeah, the first thing I'll say is I love Abe Luna. He's one of the most incredible teachers, and I tell people that all the time. He teaches music here over at Highland Middle School, and my daughter went to Highland, and so I've got to see him just working with kids for quite a long time. And something that's just so special about Highland is that the kids get to learn mariachi. Like, we don't get that in every single school, but the kids here get it, and it is a celebration of music, but it's also a celebration of culture and people and place. And so it just is, it's all around just an incredible opportunity for our kids.
I agree. So Abraham, tell us a little bit about you being an educator here and how long you've been here and what makes mariachi music special to you.
Well, I'll start off. I think this is my 12th year here.
Wow.
I've lost track, but 12 really long years for me because there's a lot of planning in music and see how far these kids can get music-wise. And what was the other question? Why mariachi?
Yeah, why mariachi music?
That's a long story, but let's see if I can condense it. So traditionally in the Americas, we do marching band and orchestra and choir. And growing up in the South, we get more of the mariachi, like in Arizona, Nevada, Texas, and all California, which is predominantly, and a little bit of Colorado. But I grew up with that education of mariachi and the experience of it, and I got to see how other directors worked with young kids, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not up here. Maybe I can do that. So it's another experience for kids to get out of that orchestra or band world and say, I can try mariachi. And guitar is very versatile. You could take it anywhere you want. While I can't take my stand-up bass to my grandma's house or something like that.
You mentioned to me earlier that you had a degree in music, and tell us a little bit about how that led you to come here to Highland.
You give me tough questions to condense. Okay, the short story is I was in my last year of college, and I really got into the Latin American style of music and the linguistic part. So when I was reading books and articles and looking at artists from different countries, I was like fortunate enough to have a family of music, not professionally, but they listen to a lot of music. And my uncle's from Argentina and my other family's from Mexico. So I got two worlds colliding in my brain. So that last year I went out with my professor to Buenos Aires, and he just exposed me to a different world of how the color of the culture really goes into the music. So I think mariachi and any type of tango, the samba from Brazil, or anything that's folklore, you can tell it's passed down by word of mouth, and the color and the rhythms, and it's like a culmination of like the African countries and the Spanish countries, it's just a whole history that I enjoyed because I really enjoyed learning about myself and my history. And I think everybody needs that.
Last week here at Highland, we celebrated the Celebración de la Diversidad del Idioma Español, the celebration of the diversity of the Spanish language. And you and your students performed. And something that was pretty amazing for those of us who were here, we got to see you lead in the students, but you're holding the trumpet in one hand. And so you do mariachi yourself. Can you just tell us about kind of this side passion that you have with mariachi?
Well, my life is music. From a young age, like we have Gio here, his young age. I'm assuming his first instrument was a guitar like mine. I started with one string on my guitar, and my mom told me a story that they didn't want us being musicians because there was a negative stigma on musicians, Latin musicians, that they're never with their family. So that was what my mom told me. I was their age. Well, I think your dad hit it because he didn't want you to become like their family was. It was hard to fight that because the guitar was there and my dad would play records, my uncle would play records, and his music was around me. So I didn't think about it like, I'm going to be a musician today. No, I just want to have fun. So that moment like sparked like internally in my brain, my heart I like music and it's fun. Yes, it's difficult. It's fun. So I really try to get that out to these younger musicians.
And speaking of younger musicians, we're joined by some students. So why don't you introduce yourselves and just tell us your name and what grade you're in and what instrument you play.
My name is Elin Lundberg. I'm in 8th grade and I play the guitar and the vihuela.
Nice.
My name is Alan and I'm in 7th grade and I play in the vihuela and sometimes bass.
Hello, my name is Luis Sandoval and I play bass, el guitarrón, and guitar.
Hello, my name is Giovanni and I'm in 10th grade actually. I used to be a student here at Highland Middle School, graduated, but I learned from the one and only Abraham Luna, obviously. And my instrument is guitar and 12-string guitar.
Speaking of the one and only, I would love to hear what you guys, what is it like being in Mr. Luna's class?
It's really different. I feel like he's a really good teacher. So it's really different from any other like music lessons I've had. He really wants us to try our hardest, and he has really good techniques of how to teach us and how to like calm us down when we're nervous about performing.
And Giovanni, you came back. So tell us what it's like to be a former student of his and now.
So, well, when I first joined Luna's class, I did not know anything about guitar at all. And I was just looking for like a nice hobby. I always found it interesting. Like I always saw people play like at my church and stuff like that. And I always found it really interesting. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. And I already had a guitar. I never really used it, but started practicing, started teaching me stuff. And, you know, little by little, I got to who I am today. And I just really loved. I'm not in that class no more, sadly. But I really loved being in this class because, you know, we usually have 7 classes, which is math, social studies, science, blah, blah, etc., right? But then you have music, which is guitar. And for me, that was just like a big stress reliever, something I could enjoy, something like I don't have pressure, I don't have homework, I'm just relaxing, I'm learning, you know? And now I have that as a hobby and carry that around with me everywhere I go. So,
Luis, the instrument you're carrying, it looks like a guitar, but it's huge. I mean, it's got this enormous body. Can you just tell us about that instrument? And is it hard to play?
This instrument is called el guitarrón. It's the base of the music of mariachi. Like, I'm like the only guitarrón for now, but like I hope people can learn to play it. But like my job is to like keep the tempo and try to like, if somebody is lost, try to play to make them get back into like the rhythm. And it's not that hard to play. You just need to like learn and memorize fast.
Can you play us a couple of notes just so we can hear what the guitarón sounds like?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
That bass.
Oh, yeah. And then Alan, tell us about the instrument. Is that a guitar that you're playing? Oh, no, that's a really little one. So what instrument is that? And then can you just talk to us a little bit about that?
This instrument is called la vihuela, and it's mostly like something like the percussion of the mariachi, and it sounds very nice. I kind of like to think it's like Mexico's ukulele or something like that.
It does kind of look like a ukulele a little bit. Can you play a little bit for us?
All right.
So I know you guys are getting famous. Last week when we were here at Highland, there were hundreds of people. I mean, tons of people. The line was going out the door. And then I heard you guys perform this morning as well. Can somebody talk about that? Where were you guys this morning?
This morning we were at Lake Hills Elementary School. They asked us to perform there.
What was the celebration?
It was celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month.
And how did it go? Did it go pretty well? I mean, did the kids like it or?
Yeah, it did go really well. I think the kids did like it.
So what is the best part about performing? What do you get out of it?
The best part about performing, I think it would be like the experience we get. Like it actually sometimes makes us happy because people, when we like stop playing or stop singing, people clap, and that like makes us think all the effort we put into like learning it is good. Like we can keep on doing it.
What is it like to share mariachi music with people who may not normally listen to it?
I always find it really interesting when I show somebody like, oh, I bring my guitar to school and I start playing just casually, right? And they're like, oh, what is that? And I start explaining to them what music I'm playing, which is usually mariachi, and it's usually like a couple songs he showed me, which is songs like Cariño, Árboles de la Barranca, which are pretty old now, but they're lovely. There's some songs that once you hear them, you can't forget them. So it's really nice sharing that with people that don't know the concept of mariachi, you can say, and that enjoy it at the same time.
One of the questions I have is we were talking earlier about how mariachi is like kind of the combination of just music, but also of culture. And so for those of you where mariachi is kind of part of your culture, I'm just curious, how does it feel to be able to play music that represents kind of culture and family and background?
For me, I just feel free when I practice and play, and I like that feeling.
For me, it's a really nice feeling because I do have family that plays in a mariachi band over in Mexico, more specifically Michoacan, and they have a band. They get hired by a couple of people once in a while. And it's really nice. When I was there, actually, I saw them play a couple of times. They let me play with them too. And it was a great experience that I would probably never forget. So
that's awesome. Then Elin, is mariachi part of your background as well? And if so, how does that feel to play mariachi? And if not, like, what is it like?
Mariachi is not part of my background, but it's really nice to play it for my family, and they can see, all the performances. And they learn a lot about it when I play it.
Awesome.
What would you want people to know that they may not know about mariachi music or being in a band?
Well, a lot of people think that when you're performing and you're in a band that it's always like work. And yes, it's a lot of work, but if you enjoy it at the same time, it feels like you're just, like if you're playing a game of soccer, you enjoy soccer, doesn't feel like you're doing work. It feels like you're having fun. So that's why I feel like when I'm playing in front of people or with my band.
Mr. Luna, when you listen to the students talking about mariachi, kind of what goes through your mind, or how does it make you feel?
Rather emotional, but I didn't see it coming to this. It started as a little lunch bunch, and I myself, as you guys said before, I play, and I just needed an accompanist for a song. So I asked, what was her name? Roxana. I think it was Roxana. One of my former students, like she graduated Interlake already. And hey, can you hold this and play this vihuela and hold it like this and just keep going like 2 and 3. All right, do that for 5 minutes. So it started like that. Then she started playing more, and I don't know. It's a proud moment. I don't know if it's hard work that I do. I just want to know. I want to put what I have in my brain in the table and have them really pick and choose what they like to use. Like a lot of the kids are not going to like the rancheras, which is this type of style. Can you play a ranchera? Then we have songs like, he really likes to play in son jarocho, which is It's African rhythms with native rhythms, and it's just a whole gambit of a different style that's not just traditional. So you play a cascabel again? And the two contrasting rhythms, they both tell a story. Most Latin music is melancholy. It's not like, hey, I just opened a business or something. Not, I don't know. It's most lyrics are melancholy and sad and a broken heart or something like that. So when I try to rack my brain, how am I going to reach out to these kids? Oh, we can learn this song because it's about this, and they can connect to it somehow, because we all get our hearts broken sometime. Or something about working hard on the fields and knowing the hard work ethic that you need to put in to survive. Like, I pick and choose songs that tell a story that they can relate to, and they're not all gonna like the ranchera that Gio played. And some might like the more exciting African native rhythms that have a more like exciting pulse. So I try to bring as much from the mariachi style that they can experience.
Hey, BSD families. We'll be right back after this short break.
Hey BSD, I'm Brett, and I'm a student at Bellevue Big Picture High School. And today I have some ways you can practice social emotional learning at home. Identify and names your emotion, feelings, and thought. Create a goal and track your progress towards achieving that goal. Identify ways that people and groups are similar and different. Take care and have a great rest of your day, BSD.
When you talk about the emotion, when I see the kids performing, oftentimes there'll be a singer, singing, and there's just so much emotion and energy that comes out of the singers. Like, do you have to train them to do that, or does it just come out like that? Because they almost don't need a microphone; just kind of blows people away. But so much emotion.
Yeah, I try to train them to do that. And this is more the dramatic aspect of mariachi music, where you have to really stand forward, shoulders back, puff your chest, and belt it out across the room. I do that. In that sense, I need, okay, put your shoulders back. You're sing, scream it out. It's your first day singing, you gotta scream it out. So a lot of kids go hunker down and go, now tell them, yell it to me, yell it to my face right here. And so
yeah, for those who can't see, which is pretty much everybody except for us in the room, kids are nodding as he's talking about that. So
yeah, but it's a trained method to stage performance. It's every day. Once we learn the lyrics and the rhythms on the guitar, I need you to stand like this because this is this type of story that you're telling. I need you to move your hands. Like if it says something and then cielo, like in the sky, you need to move that hand to the sky to make it a purpose. Don't just put your hands behind your back. And in Latin America and in Italian and Spanish cultures, we use our hands a lot to communicate. But it's a lot of hand motions, and when we sing, I need to teach them that. Like if you're crying, you do like some type of hand motion that you're crying. Or if your heart's broken, the same thing. You make a face like your heart's broken or something like that. So that is taught. It's natural to some students to get it instantly. Some kids need to do it 1,000 times until they get it.
Did it feel weird to use that much drama?
Or did it feel natural?
It felt a little weird. Yeah, I don't usually do a lot of big hand gestures like when I'm singing, but I've learned to now.
Are you more comfortable with it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What Gio has is that requinto in the back, which is a type of style from northern part of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to see my students do is learn the basics, be able to travel with a guitar, and then you venture out to something else. I think the guitar is one of the first instruments that you can actually take out, coming from Italy and the Arabian countries. That's where that instrument comes from.
How many strings are on that instrument, and what's it called again?
So it has two names. One is called requinto, and the other one is docerola. And it's called docerola because it has 12 strings. Doce in Spanish means 12. So 12 strings on the guitar.
I feel like we should have them play something.
Yeah, I agree. Are you ready to play? We're ready to listen.
Cariño que nació de la nada, sin saber que se conviertes en sublime obsesión. El tiempo te dirá la realidad y yo te adoraré una eternidad. Te quiero y no puedo negarlo. Si es preciso gritarlo, gritaré sin cesar. Gritaré sin cesar.
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. Oh my gosh.
Just serenaded.
That has to feel good. Does that feel good to be able to like make music together like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gotta make you proud, Mr.
A little bit, yeah.
And what just started out as just you needing someone to accompany you turned into this beautiful gift to the students and then to the district. It's wonderful. And the school and the community.
It's really nice.
Awesome. Awesome.
Can we just hear the, was it the
Docerola.
docerona?
Yeah, as Gio's getting his requinto, the old school saying. His requinto. Remember, all music evolved. So from my time, it was like rancheras and corridos and mariachi sones, which is kind of typical Mexico. I believe this is like pretty new music, maybe 6 years old. I really don't know when it started, but it's a collaboration of the old school with the new school.
Yeah, because the old school, it says it started like 18th century in Jalisco. Was that true?
That's true.
Yeah. So, Gio, are you going to continue to play?
Well, actually, I'm in a band right now with, kind of a band also with my cousins. And once in a while, we go play some places. Like not too long ago, we went over to my godfather's food truck, and we were just there playing. And there's a good crowd of people that gathered up there to watch us. So I'm still playing.
What school are you at now? Are you?
I'm at Interlake High School.
Oh yeah, Interlake.
Yes.
What grade are you in?
10th.
10th. Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, how do you end that? It's just so incredible.
Is there anything that you want the listener, people who are listening, to know about, being a student at Highland or being in the band or mariachi music?
Well, the only thing I think they should know is that, they should learn how to play an instrument. It's relieving to have, after a day where you, get mad or just feel sad, playing music can be, something that can take it out, your answer to, anything you feel.
And then maybe, I guess, one question I do just in closing is, there might be some 4th, 5th grade students who listen to this, and what would you tell them that you love about Highland Middle School?
Highland it's a really great school. It might get a bad rep, but it's a really good school. It has really good teachers that really care about the students, and they want to try their best, and make the students want to try their best. And it builds a lot of really good relationships.
Well, thank you, Dr. Aramaki. Thank you, Abraham. Thank you, students, for coming and listening and talking and sharing.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Deal.